which is January 18th, we had a new moon early this morning. That new moon has finished. Okay, the new moon's over. It's already shifted into Aquarius. So with that being said, that was kind of like this moment. And now I want to talk about Pluto for a second, because we have Pluto in Aquarius, and a lot of these transits are going to be moving through Pluto. And so I feel it's really important that we get clear on Pluto. And what this feels like is how it feels like oh yeah, that's what Spirit showed me. I was like, I know I had an example, because I like to talk in metaphor a little bit to give you guys like some sort of like, or examples or imagery. So what this is like is, you know, in like space movies, how they have like the, what would you call those? They're like the sort of sanitation chambers. Thanks for the follow, Ashley. They're like sanitation chambers, right? Where like the person, like you have to go through these different layers. And I feel as though like from this new moon, right? New moon in Capricorn happening today when I'm filming this. If you guys are watching the re-upload on YouTube, that was on Sunday, the 18th, right? From this moment until everything moves through and over Pluto, which each planet's going to have its own timeline, but I'm going to talk about it as if it's like each part of our psyche is going, and I'm getting like nauseous. Each part of our psyche is going through like a massive death and rebirth. To put it simply, it's kind of like this deep sanitation of like anything that cannot go forward is getting like, again, it seems kind of intense. Like I'm seeing like you're kind of stripped down. You're in a sanitation chamber and they have different settings. Yeah, we're in the pods. Yeah, it's like there's different settings. They spray you down first. That's one experience. Then there's like, I don't know, harsh chemical, like whatever it is. It feels like this scrubbing of like these parts of ourselves so that we can actually like get to like where we're trying to go, right? And I feel like a lot of transits lately have been feeling this way, where it's this sort of concept of like moving through the threshold, and it really has been. I feel today I had a new moon in Capricorn gathering, and I was talking to the people who were there about Saturn and Neptune having at the beginning of 2025, during March 2025, they were moving back and forth between Pisces and Aries, which is what's happening again. And it's the birth is finally coming, is kind of the energy that's coming up, is like we are going to experience finally the birth of these things. But it felt like it was like energetically crowning, and then the baby like going up, and then like crowning, and then like of this part of our identity that wants to move through. So a lot of info, right? Gave you guys a lot of info. Context: Pluto in Aquarius is really intense. Big growing pains. Yes, absolutely, Ashley. Yeah, I can't wait just for this to pass. I totally hear that, Annie. There's some really beautiful magic that comes with this integration period. And I think that's really important to address too, of like, there's some really deep work that's happening right now that if we're just bypassing it, it's not going to be fun going forward. So like this willingness to like sit with your shit and your shadows, which is not always fun. So Pluto in Aquarius has been like this what's the word? Harboring? I can't say it. Harbinger? Is that how I say it? I see the word. I read it all the time in books, but I'm like, have I said that out loud before ever in my life? Harbinger. Thank you, Graham. Thanks for the follow, grown up, and thank you guys for liking the live, sharing the live. It gets my content out to people who might enjoy it as well. Pluto in Aquarius has been this harbinger of radical, revolutionary energy. Thank you for the roses. So again, that's intense energy. So like revolutionary energy, radical authenticity, this like part of us that probably would be deemed as the outcast, or the one of us who like doesn't want to be seen, the lone wolf, or like actually learning how to allow that part of us to like be out in the world. Pluto and Aquarius, since it's the slowest moving planet, it is a generational thing. There's a lot of, the other day I channeled a message over on my TikTok, which was really talking about like the message of Les Mis, which if you guys don't know, Les Mis is about the French Revolutionary War. And they actually were inspired by America with what was going on there. But with that being an older country, it wasn't very successful. But there's those undertones. There's some undertones that are coming in of like, I can no longer subscribe to these weird societal structures. It's like a lot of people are waking up right now. A lot of people are seeing the structure of our society, like truly seeing it. And once the veil is removed, you can't unsee it. Again, with the like, you can't bypass it. So you guys, y'all following me? But this is like a big, like, I love Pluto and Aquarius because it's really just pushing us to let your freak flag fly and like give zero fucks. Pluto and Capricorn was not fun. It was very like the systems. Yeah. So, going forward the rest of the day. So to begin all these transits, some of them are kind of bleeding in from last week that we talked about, but some of you guys weren't here last week. So I'm going to jump back to, let's go look at 9 a.m. on the West Coast. So looking here, we've got the first transit that's happening this week. And for preface, for those of you who are joining me for the first time, when I'm talking about these transits, I'm talking about when they're exactly creating a connection to the other planet, or as we say in astrology, exactitude, which means they're exactly at the right degree to make that aspect. So we're looking at the sun here in Aquarius, 29 degrees of Aquarius, making a sextile to Neptune. We've been feeling this energy. We feel it today. This has connected with the new moon energy as well. And the previous, because as you can see, we've got just like this massive stellium happening here on the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius. So the sun here is making that sextile over to Neptune. And this is really just still allowing those dreams, those visions that we've been really witnessing with Saturn and Neptune in Pisces, kind of those delusions almost. This new moon was about like really allowing us to sustainably build on those delusions and like actually dream big and like be like, oh, actually this is what I want, right? This is what I'm going to go for. Now it's about like the real, like, how do I get there? And so the sun with this sextile is just really like allowing our ego to really settle into this and really allow our like heart and joy to be like, yes, this is for me. This is the thing that I want to do. Okay. Then just a couple hours later, the sun is going to be entering into Aquarius. So I'm going to shift this to hours. We're jumping ahead, just keeping your eye on the little bullseye right there. That is a symbol for the sun. And as you guys join every week, you'll start gathering more information and learning through what I'm talking about in the language. I am going to be having classes coming up this year. So if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, we are going to be doing that. And people on my newsletter will be getting to know first. Geez, what time is it going? Oh, it's at 6 p.m. We got 2 more hours. So 2 more clicks. 1, 2, Aquarius. Yeah. Okay. So the sun enters Aquarius. That means Aquarius season starts. That's usually what a lot of pop astrologers call the seasons. You know, Aquarius seasons when the sun's there for about 28 days, give or take. So this is The theme of Aquarius is probably going to be the thing that you want to focus on most with this month. As you can see, we have a lot of focus in this specific area of life. So looking at your natal chart, understanding which house Aquarius is for you. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I break this down in YouTube videos and also on my Substack, or you can join my community. It's a Discord server and all my stuff's linked in the bio. Yeah, Graham said, I was just thinking about how I love to be here, even though I don't know this stuff, I learn more every time. Yeah, and that's like, you know, I really think about when I first started learning astrology, and I was very blessed because my local city, they had a class that I was the youngest one there. This class was being taken by probably most people in their like 30s to 60s, like people that were just like, oh, this is cool. And then I was there at like, I think at 15, 16, taking these classes. And so I had no idea what was going on, but yeah, I agree. I know. I knew absolutely nothing a year ago, but being in the Discord and reading the newsletters helps me. Yeah. You start understanding the archetypes, and like what they mean. And then you'll also, what I invite people to do with these transits is like, how does it feel in your body? Like when the sun's in Aquarius. For me, Aquarius, my 6th house is governed by Aquarius in my chart. And so this is like the time that I lock in with like health and wellness. It's so freaking weird. Like my routines, like literally I've like been feeling this energy. I'm like, I'm in, I'm ready to go, locked in, routines, waking up at 5:30 a.m., like doing all the stuff. So with the sun being in Aquarius, though, it is creating this greater theme of our focus being on a little bit of mindful detachment from things. I think this is really beautiful because of the fact that a lot of us set probably really intentional goals at the start of the year. And this kind of allows us to come like and have that higher perspective and really understand like, the systems to get there. I always think of Aquarius kind of like the internet. It's this fast, rapid paced energy that's moving. Aquarius is not a water sign, by the way. Some people just assume it because of the name Aquarius. It's actually an air sign. Aquarius is the water bearer. They hold this chalice that is the water of Pisces, which is the next sign. And they're actually holding the like energetic tone for Pisces. Okay, so Aquarius, though a lot of people will assume that Aquarius is not emotional, they just know how to hold the emotions and observe them. Feeling them, that's a whole different thing. Welcome, you guys. For those of you who are joining, thanks for liking and sharing and all those things. Hermit mode, 6 months, done gruesome shadow work, was stripped bare. What a beautiful opportunity, though. To like really get to know yourself, though usually it's like really hard. Yeah, I'm grateful. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So the sun shifting over into Aquarius is just really bringing in these broader themes of how do I want to articulate this? Because this is really bringing like objective thinking. And really allowing yourself to like piece together. I'm seeing like a lot of circuit boards. Thanks for the follow, spiritual hippie. I'm seeing like circuit boards and you're like actually like soldering the things to make the connections, and or a lot of upgrades are going to be happening. I'll talk about that a little bit more. Somebody asked, what if you have Venus in Aquarius? That means all this Aquarius stuff is going to probably go over your Venus depending on the degree, but it will get touched by Venus, the sun, Mercury, and Mars. All of these things will be transiting your natal Venus. So just a lot of focus on love for you. You'll probably be looking at the way you give and receive love more so, and those patterns and how you operate in that sense. So then just literally like an hour later, Venus is conjunct Pluto, and Monday's probably going to be the day I'm talking about most because we literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different transits happening tomorrow on Monday. So it's good. Regulate your nervous system. Do the things that feel good. With Aquarius, it can be really heady. So just making sure you're doing the things that ground you in your body, like eating grounding foods like sweet potatoes, squashes, like those earthy foods will really help you too. Anybody who's familiar with like Ayurveda, I'm not well versed in it, but like there's different practices and foods that you can use. Do your research. I'm not telling you, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. Anyways, Venus then is conjunct Pluto at 3 degrees. Ooh, you know what? I'm actually going to look at the decan that this is in so that we get a deeper understanding of what's happening. This is, I mean, obviously it's the first decan, but I want to know. First decan of Aquarius. Looking in my book. Decans are newer to me. The 5 of Swords. That's fun. Ruled by Venus. Okay, so interesting. 5 of Swords, which is like conflict. Cool. Super cool. I feel like that's just in general Pluto being in the first decan of Aquarius right now. Anyways, Venus conjunct Pluto is like I said at the beginning of this, I feel like we're really getting like an energetic scrub down. Thanks for the follow, Lady of the Lake. The way I was like, 5, yeah, no, literally, I was like, ooh, maybe I wish I didn't look at that. Maybe ignorance is bliss, but my whole purpose of being here is to give you guys more insight. Sometimes it's nice to know these things so we're not caught off and are blindsided by these things. But like I shared in my new moon circle this morning, even as an astrologer, I forget sometimes that I too go through these transits that I talk about. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't even think about how this is going to affect me. And then I'm like, I'm looking back at my newsletter like, what is happening? I have no idea. Why am I hurting? Why is everything hurt? So I'm human too. Yeah. So Venus and Pluto together, Pluto's the planet of death and transformation. So literally Venus is like, hey, and he's like, you gotta like, it's like, again, what I see is like, there's a doorway on the other side of Pluto is like reprieve and like a new life. But Pluto's like, you gotta leave your baggage behind. And Venus is like, what baggage? Like, we're cool. And then it's like, you gotta unload, these sort of, Venus and Aquarius can be like, maybe it's your emotional detachment. Maybe it's, you know, the way you overthink situations. That's an Aquarian thing of like trying to mentally solve things versus just letting yourself be. It's a new expression that's coming through on the other side of this, of like alchemy. Like Pluto's literally asking you to alchemize anything within your heart, because this is Venus, to upgrade you. Like this is for your ultimate upgrade. And that's what was coming through too. Because when I think about Aquarius energy, I really think about like computer systems. Again, like I said, like the internet, computers, like your hard drive, like this is like software upgrades in different sectors of your life. Of Venus, love, the sun, your ego, Mercury, your communication. Thanks for the follow, Mia. And then Mars, your drive, your will. Like these, and here's the thing. This is where I get really freaking nerdy. Venus, Mercury, and Mars. Those are the 3 personal planets, meaning they're directly tied to like our egoic identity in certain specific areas, right? The sun and the moon are luminaries, which are like unconscious and conscious expressions of our psyche, right? But these planets of Venus, Mercury, and Mars, like this is like, thanks for the follow, Hope. These are like big, what's the word? I'm like, give me the words, brain. These are like just core parts of us. Your sun and moon are in Gemini, ruled by Mercury. I've been feeling this transit. Yes, I'm also ruled by Mercury. I also have my moon in Aquarius. Thanks for the follow, Kathy. I appreciate it. And thank you everybody for liking the live and sharing it. That means the world to me. My friend who's a massive ruminator. Oh, there's a cute little bird outside. Sorry, I totally got distracted. It's one of the ones with the little legs. Massive Ruminator has a chart of like 75% Aquarius. Yeah, most of his planets are retrograde. Yeah, it's all, oh no, that does it worse. It's more thinking about stuff than doing anything. Retrograde planets are like internalizing to the umpteenth degree. So, man, I just like ping-ponged everywhere. Thank you guys for bearing with me. How do you figure out your info, Hope? So there's multiple ways to find your chart. So this image that I have on the screen, this is a snapshot of the sky when you're born. You can use astro.com, Astro Cafe. Some people like to use apps. The only app that I would recommend personally is Time Passages. They have a free version and of course a paid version, just like any app nowadays. You can plug this info in, but also if you want some help, feel free to email me. My email is izzy@astremia.com, or you can subscribe to my newsletter. Side note, love this. Oh, dude, I freaking love green. Green is my color right now, but it's transitioning into blue for this year. I need to get more blue clothes. Ooh, yes. Dude, literally, Graham. I was really feeling it. Chat GPT says my house is... Oh, please don't use Chat GPT for your astrology with the most love and light. Look at this wheel. So, pull up your chart that looks like this and look for this little symbol and then see what number is here. What if my 7th and 8th house are in Aquarius? That means it's, so if you have an overlapping houses, it just means that the themes are going to connect in different areas of life. Because the houses are just stages of life that these are impacting. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, and like no shame for like trying that. I know a lot of people resort to ChatGPT, but if you don't know how to prompt, like how to actually accurately prompt ChatGPT, and for the most part with astrology, it's not really built to read astrology. I know there's some creators that are working on creating a LLM to like actually do astrology stuff. The Leo King is definitely working on that. I don't know how well it works. I haven't really played with it. So what program am I using? This is called Luna. This is a website only platform, but you can use it on your phone, like on the web browser. So good questions. What online app? I would use Luna for sure. This is a paid subscription though. You do have to pay for it. Good questions. So, okay. So I kind of want to just wrap up this Venus conjunct Pluto real quick, and then we can continue forward. Like I said, I mean, I've already been yapping about this for like 30 minutes. Again, like the ultimate like upgrade is in the area of love. The free one, oh, Time Passages. And I'll type that out for you. And Ashley, I have a lot of different offerings. Feel free to, if you're not following me, give me a follow. So afterwards you can go check it out. It's all linked in my bio, all my offerings, and subscribe to my newsletter, because everything that I'm sharing here, if you guys aren't subscribed and you if you guys aren't able to stay for the full thing, because I know some of you guys will scroll away, which is totally fine, but if you're like, I still want to know what's happening, I take everything that I share here and I write it out in a newsletter, and it hits your inbox every Monday. So then you can go and like look at each touch point and understand what's going on, and then I do break it down for you based on your rising sign. Yeah, I figured, Ashley, I totally felt that. I was like, just like, hold on to my username, and then afterwards go check my stuff out and see like what feels right for you. And if you guys have questions, feel free to DM me. And then I'm also live on another platform. I'm live over on Twitch. I can't say out loud, but a lot of the people that follow me over on that platform are people who are in my Discord. It's a Discord community. We have over 200 people in there. It's a community of amazing, like-minded people that are looking to learn, grow, and evolve. So if you're interested in being in a community of people, join my Discord. If you don't have Discord, it's time to learn a new thing. It's time to try new things. Okay. Anyways, I totally got sidebarred, but that's what live streaming is about. I get really like my Virgo rising's like, I must finish my thought. I must finish it. No worries. I always like to challenge people. I have a tutorial video too, Hope. There's no excuses. I made a tutorial. So when you join, you get a tutorial video. So there's literally no excuse. So yep, I'm calling some people out. Yeah. So last thoughts. I'm going to focus in. We're zoned in. Pluto and Venus. Transforming the way you view love. And it's very interesting because Aquarian love is so different. It's very like syncing up patterns, syncing up energy. Ooh, that was coming up with my new moon class, because our heart actually creates the strongest electromagnetic field. And like, I feel like this movement through Pluto, Venus moving past Pluto, it's like, oh, I'm getting full body chills as I sit with this, because it really is this alchemical process of like, you have to change your rhythm. You have to change like how you're operating at the core of love with your heart. And it's like, Pluto's not going to let you bullshit yourself anymore. It's not going to let you change that. And it's like literally the frequency is changing. So for some of you, it's like, it might not feel like something massive. It might just really be like, keep an eye on the Schumann resonance tomorrow. I'm getting a little ping that it's going to be a little interesting. And I've been noticing that with the Earth's electromagnetic field, that it's like, yeah. And Venus in Aquarius is also very, likes friendship first, or would rather have like a level of deep friendship and knowledge too. So moving forward, Saturn is going to be making a sextile to Uranus. Let's do that. Look in here. So Saturn is at 27 degrees. Why did I do a circle out of all the options I had? Just to confuse myself. Thanks for the follow. Is that Callie Swag? Am I reading that right? Let's go. Callie's like, wait, everybody's over here on on Twitch. Let's go. Yeah. Is Luna? No. I don't have an iPhone. I only use this on my computer, but you can pull it up on the web browser on your phone. Okay, so Saturn, Uranus, sextile. This is just really, really supportive energy of our dreams and visions and readdressing our values. These are things that we've been moving through already the past week. So this is really just like that pinnacle moment of like values, dreams coming true, alignment, unity. Then we've got Mars. Thanks for the follow, I can say it, Moira. I can't, oh my gosh, my mouth is not doing words correctly. Moira. There we go. I didn't know y'all hung out on the Twitch side. I feel like, but is like my camera quality way better over here? Tell me I look good. Say it. Then we have Mars trying. I know how to do astrology, guys. Mars is now making this trine to Uranus, and then also this sextile to Pluto. So thank you, Ashley. Yeah. Twitch is way better. Oh, I said it way too loud. TikTok's gonna get mad at me. So Mars is coming in. Mars is kind of bringing up the rear here of like action based off of these intentions that we set with the new moon. And with the Aquarius energy shifting the vibe, it's kind of like, all right, like I got the stability. Y'all like pursue the vision. Like feels very Vision Quest like, again, before everything meets Pluto. And then Mars is coming in with that supportive, like grounding down on taking actions on the goals. So people who joined me for my new moon gathering really got that push from me. Like that was the intention for that gathering, was like, haha, it's time to take fucking action. And so for those of you today, like you still have time today, like really set your intentions of like what you fucking want. This is like the new year energy that we've been waiting for is today. And then it's like hit the ground running. Thank you, Callie. Okay. Whew, what a fucking Monday. That's just Monday I've been talking about for the last 30 minutes. So let's go ahead and look at Tuesday. Day jump. Even though the moon has passed, we can, yes. So we still have the sun, Mercury, and Mars still in that energy. So I would say just like do it now. Also, you can time travel, my love, which is freaking wild. Because you can go back energetically to the time of the new moon in a meditation and just utilize the energy. So shout out to Robert in the chat. He's covering our bills if we say good God. Good God, good God, good God, good God, good God. Me? Cover my bills. Let's go. You better be of your word, Robert. I swear, if I don't get my money, you're a liar and you're going to hell. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I'm getting a little crazy, a little crazy. I feel bad because some of you guys, this might be your first impression of me, but I have a lot of Aquarius. I'm fucking weird. Let's be honest. Okay. Mercury, sextile, Neptune, Tuesday, the 20th. We're looking at it. So again, Mercury already jumped into Aquarius, but right before Mercury jumps into Aquarius, makes a sextile to Neptune. So again, we get that last sort of deep glimpse of our dreams and desires. So again, keep your eye on your dreams at the night of Tuesday or the night of Monday into Tuesday. Dreams, write down your dreams. Okay. Deeper visions happening there. Thanks for the follow, Britt. Appreciate it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for following, liking, sharing, all those things. That's how my content gets out to people, and it's you guys supporting my dream. Literally what I'm doing here, I'm doing the damn thing. This is what I want to do all the time, 24/7. If only I could talk that much. I get pretty burnt out. So anyways, Mercury makes this sextile, and it's really allowing us to speak these things into fruition. So again, these dreams, these desires, the actual like sobering goals that we've had, it's allowing us to talk about it and take movement on it. Then Mercury moves into Aquarius. Get ready for communication, as far as just feeling that sort of, as a Mercury ruled person and as somebody who has heavy Aquarius placements, I'm like, this is just very, like allowing yourself to speak. It's like his spirit just showed me like Google Translate, but it's like on an energetic level. It's like understanding like different energies and frequencies. So it's very, very interesting. But Mercury moving into Aquarius is just really backing up the sun and Venus and Pluto here. Like it's really allowing us to communicate these things that are happening and shifting and allowing us to like Mercury ingressing the day I have therapy. Let's go, Junie. You're gonna be like, so guess what? Actually, I was like, no, I have therapy on Wednesday, so I get to do it when there's a Mercury Cazimi. So anything else this Mercury wants to speak to me other than the fact that it's like some of this energy can be very like mentally stimulating, a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas coming through. You start therapy Wednesday. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Shout out. Yeah, literally love a Mercury Cazimi. Just wait until we have a Pluto Cazimi. It's happening on Friday. Yeah, I think that's it for Mercury, other than the fact that like watch your mind, watch your thoughts create your reality, again with this sort of like energetic vibration of like our body's electromagnetic field. Like this feels really present with this Aquarian energy. Let's go ahead and jump to double checking I got everything on a Wednesday. For everybody, Mercury is going to be conjunct the sun, also known as a Mercury Cazimi. The word Cazimi just means the heart of the sun, which basically amplifies the energy. Has anybody read the books or seen the show Shadow and Bone? It's like an amplifier, like in this, it like enhances the energy. So, communication popping off, like allowing yourself to communicate bigger vision, bigger evolutionary vision and revolutionary images for yourself. This is big, like it's time to kick my ass into gear. Like the Capricorn energy we've had the past couple weeks has been like setting the foundation and like taking the action on it. Now this Aquarian energy is really like aligning with it, talking about it, allowing yourself to be seen in this. Bye, Aaliyah. Tell your brother I say hi. Thanks for hanging out. So this is really just allowing there to be a deeper alignment with communication within this Aquarian realm. So again, faster paced thinking, communication could be quicker. You might be getting like, I just heard like, the sound of like notifications. I just heard a lot of pinging, and some of that is like actual communication from other people, but I'm hearing like communication from like source. Aquarius energy is ruled by Neptune. Neptune again is in Pisces. And so there is this really broad connection to, and it's at 29 degrees. This week is going to be fucking weird. I'm so excited to hear how it's going to land for you guys. Even speaking about these concepts, it's kind of like how, like, it's going to be unique for all of us. Like we're all aligning to our like destined frequency, which sounds a little heady, I guess, or overly spiritual, but this energy is really like destined, where it's like I've got to like get like energetically in alignment to like achieve these things. This communication is going to be like downloads, I'm hearing creative ideas, allowing yourself to like really get creative. And like the thing about Aquarius is, as somebody who has a lot of Aquarius placements, it's almost like observing. It's like I can see an entire graph in my head, or of like a web chart, where I'm like, this is the choice. Then there's this, then there's this, then there's this, then this, then this. And I literally am like, what? And I just can calculate in a split second, like what's the best possible outcome. Y'all are going to be feeling that energy of like being able to like quickly like receive insight and understand bigger picture things. Ashley said, what's the best book you could recommend to bring up frequency or vibrations? Not a book, just meditate. Do some breath work. It's not about like knowledge based stuff. It's like body of like just checking in with yourself. Like, how do I feel in my body? Yeah. And by you like doing hard things too is a way you can raise your frequency, by like not ignoring things in your life, being authentic and within integrity for yourself. I think a lot of people might want to sell people like self-help books on like raise your vibration, and I'm like, yes, but I don't think there's a one way to raise your vibration if you're being honest, truthful, and operating from love. That's just my 2 cents. Again, thank you guys for liking and sharing. This has been really fun. I have like a new group of people who are hanging out with me, which I'm not surprised. I feel like there's been a shift in like people graduating from observing somebody's content into like other people's. Like we kind of have like, it's like people are shifting spheres a little bit too with this Aquarius energy and like finding your community. Speaking of community, join my Discord. We're fucking cool. Okay, so we're jumping ahead to the 22nd, and that's where the sun is now conjunct Pluto, guys. So the sun, well, Mercury moved past this quick. Did I miss that? Oh, it's like not even on. Oh, no, it's Mercury was conjunct Pluto, and then the sun does it pretty quick. I think so if you guys didn't know, see these tinier numbers? These are like more exact degrees. So it's like this, and then it's almost like how a clock where it's like, this is 3 degrees and 3 minutes, I guess, or 3 degrees and Yeah, I think that's how you say it. I could be butchering that. But on the 22nd, Mercury is conjunct Pluto. And I know it says it's at 4 degrees, but I'm not going to get all sticky about it. So now this is the next part of the transformation, right? So yeah, X degrees, X minutes. Yeah. So it's like, you can see those tinier numbers down there. So that's where we get really like clear on the like real nitty gritty of it. When we're looking at like exact things. So Pluto and Mercury. So what Venus went through, now Mercury is going to move through and has to pass this threshold. Because again, Pluto is, if you're familiar with Greek mythology, Pluto is not Kronos. I'm thinking of Saturn. Pluto's is Hades, you know, the underworld, like these parts, this shadow terrain of transformation. So like, it's like you have to go through this like journey to like get to the other side. And some of the imagery that's coming to mind is like from Hercules, when like Megra is like in the like sea of like souls, and it's like, are you willing to like retrieve these parts of yourself, where Hercules is representing like your higher self, or maybe your egoic expression, or and then this part that's like in the like spirit river is like these parts of you that are transforming. And it's like, are you going to like let these things be changed and rescued, and then like move on from and move into something different. And as you know, at the end of Hercules, like Megra's like, oh my gosh, wow, you saved me, I love you. And like life changed, life shifts, Hercules proves himself. This is kind of like a trial for us of like, are you willing to press through these harder transits, right? Are you willing to press through the shadow and the gates of hell to get to your ultimate goal? These transits might not be for everybody. Some people might have like really hard things happen and not want to do anything about it. That's okay. There's opportunity to touch into these things in different areas of your life. But for those of you who are sitting here listening to me, you are here for a reason, which means like, you're like, I'm ready to like, thanks for the follow, famous. You're ready to like move forward and like go through the hard stuff and like let yourself be changed for the good. My eyes just went up to my vision board, and what I've noticed with my vision board is it's like a divination tool in itself, because it's heavy with like crazy imagery. And I have this image of like it's a hand holding a mirror, and I cut out the mirror part and I put a galaxy, and then within the galaxy I put like a it's like a mom and a kid walking hand in hand, and it's just a silhouette. And it's like, that's kind of like the portal energy that we're moving through with this Aquarius. It's like allowing yourself to move into bigger, better things, but you have to like sacrifice something in order for this. And what you don't realize like going into the transits is that the sacrifice is okay. You're going to be fine. It's more of like an integration, but it feels like I have to let go of this thing to have this thing. It's kind of like paying the toll, right, to cross over this threshold. And then on the 23rd, we have, well, late in the evening on the 22nd, Mars is now sextiling Neptune. So again, before he moves into Aquarius, makes that sextile, and is again just really finalizing, taking actions on those bigger dreams. And I'm going to wrap all this up at the end, of course. Hello, Shakira. Yes, dude. Oh, good. I definitely feel this for you. Now my brain's like trying to pull up your chart in my head. That's what happens. I'm like, when I've read people's charts, I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely happening for you. So those dreams, again, taking actions on the dreams with Mars there. And then as we move to the 23rd Friday, we have the sun now conjunct Pluto. And so now this is our ego identity. This is probably going to be the most like personal experiences on Friday. It's going to feel like, I don't know who I've been. Like this is a weird time warp a little bit too, because it's like, I can't believe we're not even all the way through January and it's this level of transformation that's been happening. Yeah, it's like, whoa, like who I was at the beginning of January versus who I am like now on the 23rd of January is like going to be like, whoa, this is intense. It's a big change. Again, this Aquarius energy is kind of giving, they just showed me like, that's a cool visual. I like that, where it's like what you think that you're letting go of. Let me use a metaphor. Say you have like, oh, this is a perfect example. Oh my gosh. The movie Avatar, right? The main character has like a physical disability. And he was a war veteran, right? And has a physical disability because of the war. And I honestly feel like watching Avatar after this, now that I said that. And he gets the opportunity to like make a big change, but he has to sacrifice like that body for this other body. But it's like, when you actually look at it, it's actually kind of an upgrade, right? It's an upgrade, but it's like sacrificing a level of humanness for him, at least like that human experience, but there's a hindering there, right? So this is kind of what this feels like. The blue, yeah, no, literally. I'm like, the color blue. I'm going to be a blue person. So that's what like these transits over Pluto are, where it's like, it's this idea that you're sacrificing something really big, but you don't realize on the other side of this, there's more available. And it's kind of like a trick of the mind of like sacrificing something for something bigger. Because it's really just, Pluto just wants to see if you're willing to let go. And Pluto will do it in his way, which is usually very intensely. It's no, you're going to let go. I'm not going to ask again. You're going to let go and surrender. So that's heed my warning, friends, heed my warning. Surrender, be open, be open. It's like, okay, show me how worthy I am. Show me how good it can get. It's kind of mantras where it's like, okay, where things are probably going to be very crunchy this week. I don't want to dismiss that experience where it's going to be confronting. Ultimately, we're going to be confronting these parts of us. And again, like with these transits over Pluto too, there's an exchange still happening where, you know, it's interesting. I just got the imagery of like people like giving offerings to a shrine a little bit. And that shrine is like Pluto, of like respecting transformation, respecting the process of alchemy. Like, it's like, I'm like hearing like, thank you for like changing me. And I'm almost seeing some people like thanking people in their lives for changing them, or situations or things, like not letting things, when things leave, be bad. So, really fucking cool energy. And let's see what else is, I think that's the last little bit. And then, yeah, Mars moves into Aquarius too. So all that Capricorn is now settled nicely into Aquarius by Friday. So then Mars is in Aquarius, and we're settled into the like, buckle up, guys. This is like futuristic upgrade time. The Avatar reference was very much like I was seeing like cyber upgrades, where it's like kind of being like a cyborg, where you're like half human, half robot. But I was like, that sounded a little aggressive in my mind. I'm like, that seems really cool. Like, I can upgrade my eyes. Like, I don't have to wear my glasses, where it's like, but I love my glasses. I think they're really cute, but it's like, but then could I have 20/20 vision? Okay, I'll let go of the glasses and I'll take the 20/20 vision. You know, it's you know, ooh, yes. Alita Battle Angel. I love that movie. That one's really, really cool. It's kind of, yeah, it does kind of give that vibe. I'm not going to lie, but overall, guys, and you know, to touch on Mars moving into Aquarius now, our will, our drive, our action is now in Aquarius, which is like, I'm hearing like research, like moving into all this Aquarius energy, like letting yourself be transformed by Pluto. Pluto's again going to be asking us to surrender a lot, to let go of things for our highest good. Now my voice is getting all crunchy, which for me is my sign of like, we're going to wrap things up. But yeah, a lot happening this week. Oh, yeah. And again, for those of you who are watching this, I'm like, thank God you're here. I couldn't imagine going into this week and not having the like higher perspective that astrology does grant us, which is a little bit of like, okay, we can see these things. Will we know how these directly show up in our life? No, you can kind of take a guess based off of which house it's going to be in. If Aquarius is your first house, your identity, upgrades. I'm looking at Manifestation Mama in here. Upgrades on identity is coming in. I know some people's charts who are in the call. Some people, my Capricorn risings, your second house, right? I'll be breaking this stuff down as we go into my newsletter, which is what's going to be written after this live. But let's go ahead and we're going to jump here. We're going to jump back here. Guys, recap. Monday, January 19th, the sun sextiles Neptune. The sun enters Aquarius. Venus is conjunct Pluto. Saturn sextiles Mars. Saturn sextiles Uranus, my bad. And then we have Mars squaring Uranus. Then Mars sextiles Saturn. On Tuesday, we have Mercury sextiling Neptune. And then Mercury enters Aquarius. On Wednesday, the 21st, the sun is conjunct Mercury. On Thursday, the 22nd, Mercury is conjunct Pluto. Later in the evening of Thursday, Mars sextiles Neptune. And then on Friday, Mars enters Aquarius. And then the sun is conjunct Pluto. Thank you, Manifestation Mama. Yes.